Hi everybody, welcome back to Candid Walk. I'm Varsha, the director of Candid Schools, and today I'm at MIS, Marigold International School. With me, I have the esteemed chairman, Dr. Ujjwala Jangade ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am, for being with us. I know you have a super busy schedule and you managed to take some time out for us, so thank you so much. So, ma'am, before we start, this is our usual regulatory thing that we say that this is actually not an interview. Our idea with Candid Walk actually is we go and we speak to the people behind the scene. Usually, everybody talks about the school. Everybody talks about the kids, what the school offers, etc. But nobody really talks about the management, the people behind the scene who's actually enabling the school to do all of this. So we really want to get to know the chairman, the people behind in depth. So we're going to have not so formal questions, for you to help us understand you better. So I think, as I was saying, the first thing definitely is how did you actually come to this aha moment of thinking that I'm going to start a school today?
Okay. Well, Varsha, firstly, I really did not have an aha moment of starting the school.
Okay.
Because as a child, I was growing up, throughout my formative years, I've been a very focused child. And I always had two dreams. One was a very personal achievement, and one dream where I could give back something to the society. So, where it was my personal dream, and it was my ambition to become a doctor in a very, very young age. That I completed my MBBS, I did my MD, and after completing my MD, I did my post-graduation diploma in hospital administration. And after that, I wanted to give back to the society, so I started Marigold International School. And I think in my small way, I've contributed in giving back to the society.
And it's a very noble thought, giving back to the society. And I really think that this kind of a noble thought only comes when you finish your personal accomplishments, because that's always the first thing.
Right.
And once you're done with that, then you always think for the larger society, which is such a noble thought.
Yes.
So, ma'am, you were telling me about how focused you were as a kid, as a student. Now you tell me, what is that one thing that Marigold does that you wish existed when you were a student?
Well, one such a wonderful program that we have created in Marigold International School, which I wish I had when I was studying, something called as the Mentorship Circle program, where we have tied up with different professionals, entrepreneurs, and subject experts, and they come and train our students, and they help them navigate into their to dive deeper into their passions, and also help them plan their future goals better.
So this happens from a very young age?
This happens usually in grade 8, 9.
So when they already understand a little bit about
a little mature mind, so that it's more in terms of basically helping to build their future. So
I mean,
that is very
entrepreneurship is very important.
Exactly. So I wish I could have something like this when I was in my school days.
But you're already an amazing entrepreneur. You already have so many things under.
Yes, all thanks to my father, H.T. Nagaraj Rao Jagdale, and because we always had business in the family, and he taught me a lot about whatever I am today.
So you had your first teacher in your family.
Yes.
Now you're telling me, let's dive deeper about understanding MIS. So, what is that one tradition, that the students really love? What's that unique thing that they do every day or, once in a while also? But something that they love.
Something very wonderful about Marigold International School is that we have a beautiful, luscious Tanekar campus.
Of course.
So, we have something called the Great Outdoors Challenge annually.
Okay.
So, wherein, we have the children take part in environmental walks, and thereby it fosters team building efforts and their love for nature that also grows. And apart from this, we have something called the tango or talent tango.
Hmm.
So talent tango is a spectacular event where it showcases the talent of every child in our schools, whether it is music or dance, or it can be even art. Your art exhibitions and drama productions. So it showcases children's interest in all these things, and I think these two kind of really brings, apart from academics, these two kind of really brings together the true spirit.
So they happen once every year, is it?
Yes,
And then imagine the amount of practice and all of those things that go
yes,
away.
exactly. A lot of excitement in the air in school, always going around.
I mean, that's always apart from the annual day, that's
Yes,
right.
apart from the annual.
So many other events
Yes.
that are happening. So, ma'am, we were talking about entrepreneurship, we were talking about extracurriculars, academics. What do you think is that one skill or that one value, that students should learn these days that most schools actually overlook?
It will be very surprising if I tell you this, but I really think that today one should be street smart to live in this urban environment,
Yeah.
because it's kind of a, they call it a VUCA world,
Mhm.
where there's a lot of volatility, there's a lot of uncertainty, a lot of kind of complexity and a lot of ambiguity going around everywhere. So if you want to thrive in such an environment, you have to learn to be street smart. So I think that's something which every child should learn to be today. I feel is very important.
Street smart is the perfect answer, and I think
Yes.
that totally, especially I think a lot with the digital age, right? Everybody
Exactly.
is behind the phones. People don't even know communication.
Exactly.
So street smart is really
You should know how to live in that world, how to thrive in that environment. So I think the person who knows to thrive in an environment will become the master of that environment.
Totally.
So I think that's the mantra. Yeah.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
So, ma'am, we were talking about entrepreneurship. There's a lot already that the kids are learning. Street smartness, is also something that, that they should learn. Let's say, given a situation that you could add some unexpected class into a curriculum, what do you think that would be? Like,
It's a very interesting question, because today everybody wants AI and
robotics.
robotics.
Yeah.
I think more, you need classes about leadership, about building legacy, because
Yeah.
that is what they're losing today. It's become like a rat race. There's nobody who's teaching you about leadership, about building a legacy.
That
have
stands for
class-
years.
Exactly. And basically other applied skills
Mhm.
which you can use in life.
Mhm.
And the most important today, cybersecurity class. Because today children, everybody has got a mobile in their hand, but we really don't know where the security stands. So, to include some classes like cybersecurity or something like digital forensics, these things will make a lot of difference.
And
in
it's
learning.
super interesting also to
It
learn.
will exactly be very interesting for the children to learn, and it's for their own safety.
Yeah.
In the future, tomorrow, so many incidents happening today, but we can protect that for the future. So I think we have to get into building all these kind of curriculums for the children in school.
True, ma'am. I think many schools, definitely teach about good touch, bad touch, which is also,
Exactly.
it's very on the physical level.
Right.
But now everything is behind the screen, right?
Exactly.
And they need to understand what is the equivalent of good touch, bad touch there, right? In
Exactly.
terms of what is good or bad. So that's so true. So, ma'am, it's been 5 years already since we have Marigold that you were telling me about. So many people already know a lot of things about Marigold School. But in these years, what is that, unique or super surprising feedback that we've got from our parents?
Oh, a lot of surprises that we receive from parents on a regular pattern, But I think one of the most surprising ones was that we have certain days which are called the bagless days, where we encourage children not to bring bags to school. So on one of these days, when the children come to school, we usually encourage them to do the 3 hours is the recycle reuse.
Hmm.
So it was so surprising that the child went home
Hmm.
and he has taken out all the newspapers and started creating different display items in the house.
Okay.
So the parent came to the school and told us that he has made so many display items that now they have started to hide newspapers in their house because there is no display unit in their house. So this was a kind of how a small thought in the school,
How far they take it.
how much it can change the mindset of a person. So this was a small example. I mean,
Of course, I think they do such interesting things in school that they always want to go
Exactly.
back home and experiment
and try
more.
all that out there. Yes.
That's so much fun.
Yes.
So, ma'am, even though we have, like a 10-acre campus where kids can run about, have bag days, bagless days, have so much of extracurriculars, but still, Monday hits. Monday always hits everybody. Monday blues. So, what do you do at school to make Mondays exciting for kids?
Well, usually Monday being the first day of school, it's how terrible it can get
Yeah.
to be. So we usually have this goal setting sessions on Monday so that the children can be more focused on their learning.
Mhm.
And when they come in the morning, they have their physical kind of activities and mindfulness exercises so that they can stay focused and it boosts their morale also.
Right.
And we have assembly, and post assembly we have a feedback mechanism where the children can openly tell us what they have enjoyed and also suggest us what we need to improve on. So thereby it makes an open culture for us also. And the culture in MIS is so open that the students, anytime they want to talk to the principal, they're more than welcome to go and talk to the principal openly about their problems. So we have always inculcated that. So they need not be scared, like those olden days. They're very open. They can go and discuss about their problems and sort it out. And we also try to improvise on things. So
Actually, I was with Principal Ma'am and the Director Sir today, understanding, asking all my doubts and understanding the school. And I saw how many number of students actually stepped in. And it was not always a problem, It was not
Yes.
always that, she had to actually teach them or, take them through something. They just came to say hello,
Yes.
And I thought that was fantastic, right?
Yes.
Mostly principals are always at a pedestal where, you feel
Right.
you have that hesitation, but that was not there. So that's true.
Yes.
I saw that in this. So, ma'am, having said so many things about the school, what do you think would be that one thing that you would like to tell the parents before they come and visit you here at the school?
The parent has decided to come to MIS. I think that would be the first best choice parents should have made. And I would like to tell the parents that when you decide to choose MIS as the ground for your child, please be sure that your child will not only be seen or heard, but your child will also be valued at MIS. So, which is very important as far as the holistic development of the child is concerned. So, child being valued today in an education institution is very, very important for the development of the child. So, I would think I would give that a lot of credential in the school.
True, ma'am. That's a truly valuable, insight. I think that you want the parents to.
Yes.
True, ma'am.
Yes.
Thank you so much for
Thank you.
spending time with us and sharing all from your childhood to what you are today, building a legacy and giving back to the society. It was great talking to you, ma'am.
Thank
and,
you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.